If you're hunting for a fuel-efficient, reliable, and comfortable city car that punches above its weight in value, the 2017 Toyota Vitz, also known as the Yaris in other markets, might just be the perfect match. With this blend of practicality, low running costs, and Toyota legendary reliability, this hatchback continues to be the top choice for many urban dwellers and budget-conscious buyers.
I'm El.P, and today I'm showing you guys this fun little 2017 Toyota Vitz. I'll take you guys around the car, show you around the interior, and show you guys what goes wrong with this car and what you should know before making a purchase.
So buckle up, hit that like button, and let's get into it. Massive thank you to KDJ Imports for giving me this car today. They are located opposite Prestige Plaza. Ask for Mwalimu and you'll be sorted. The 2017 third generation Toyota Vitz has been in production from 2010 to 2019, and it underwent 2 facelifts in that period. Originally, it looked like this, then this, and now this, the second facelift. The Vitz is positioned in the subcompact hatchback segment, and it goes head-to-head with other efficient city cars like the Honda Fit Hybrid, Suzuki Swift Hybrid, and the Nissan Note e-Power. While it may lack the driving flair and interior materials of the Mazda Demio or the space of the Nissan Note, it shines in day-to-day reliability and cost of maintenance. Trim levels for the 2017 Toyota Vitz can vary depending on the market. In Japan, you'll find trims like F for flower, U for umbrella, Jewella, RS, and the Hybrid U. While in other regions, they're categorized as base, mid-range, and hybrid. But don't worry, I'll break it down for you. You can pause to go through.
Starting from the back, this is the second facelift of the 2018 version. You get a different boot lid, different lights, different bumper. And the front, similar thing, different bumper, different bonnets, and lights, just to make the car look a bit more modern. And one thing I've noticed with the look of this stuff, it looks like either Darth Vader or those, what do you call it, those Pokemon characters. And once you see it, you cannot not see it. With these cars, if you're buying them, get those fun colors like yellow, red, purple, or whatever. Go crazy, get even pink.
Bombastic side eye.
Getting in, you press the button. It's a simple system. It will never have any issues, and you can repair it easily if anything goes wrong in this. The seats split in a 60-40 manner, and you have pull tabs to drop the seats if you want easily from here, from the back. Bring them back up, you just reach in and pull it. The boot space is a good size for somebody with a fast car or as an Uber. You can't carry taller or so much luggage here at the back, but a few suitcases, maybe a mini fridge or 2 mini fridges here at the back, and you get this secondary area where you can have maybe a top false floor and a lower false floor. The only issue is that with this one, the lower false floor, it's too flimsy to hold anything on the top part. So I bet there's a secondary one that comes with this car. So that even when you drop the seats, you have a flat loading bay. Under your false floor, you get a spare tire and a bit of space for small items you want to have here at the back. And I like that you have a spare tire here, so that if you have a puncture in the most remote of areas, you can just remove your spare tire, replace the one with a puncture, and continue on your way. Other than having that other system where you have service kit, which most of you I know don't know how to use. I'm glad this car has it, and I bet you ask yourself, El.P, this is a hybrid, where is the battery? I'll show you guys what the battery is. That's it. Here at the back, there's nothing much. There's no connectivity, there's no power sockets and stuff. And so let's jump to the back seat and see what you have there. The back seats of this Vitz, the doors open just enough for you to have easy entry and exit inside this car. And having child seats here at the back, I don't think would be an issue, being that the doors open just enough for you to access or handle your business here. The door feels nice. I like how it thuds when it closes. The seats are quite comfortable. I like how long the bottom part is, because if I sit dead straight, I have enough thigh support, and I'm a tall guy. For headspace, it's just enough. If I sit dead straight, my hair is touching the roof a bit. Materials in this car are simple. You have cloth seats and plastic materials all the way down. No cup holders on the door, but you have space here for a big bottle here on the center column. Can I drop the seats? Yes, I can drop the seats and still have space for myself. Then you can carry more things, even to carry more things, that is. So it's practical, it's simple, and it just works. It just works. For Uber guys, especially when you're carrying those guys from Dunda, and you know what happens sometimes, and I don't have to tell you. Yeah. So it passes that test. And the best thing is it's all plastic. So you can easily clean whatever mess happens here at the back.
That's just nasty.
Let's get to the front and see what you have there. Getting in and getting comfortable. There is no armrest, so your hand is just floating. That's the first thing I've noticed actually being here. This car comes in a CVT or an automatic gearbox. And the only way you can know if you have the CVT or the automatic gearbox is on your gear lever. You either have numbers next to the drive, or you just have the normal R and D and B. Like, no, this one is just a CVT. Sitting here and getting comfortable. As an Uber driver, what would I want? I'd want my seat to be very comfortable. I would want to have a port where I can charge my devices. I would like to have nice visibility, and I would like to be in a space where I don't mind seeing what I'm seeing for very long hours. And if I want to sleep, I can just take back the seat and take a snooze. Materials in this car, the seats are cloth like the rear. You get plastic in the center console, plastic on your dash, plastic on your door, just a bit of cloth material on the points where you rest your arm. For door cards, the door cards on the side are pretty small. So currently you fit this big bottle of, but I have this space here to put a bigger bottle if I want, and a tray to put other bits and bobs in the center. So the car is pretty simple. You have your ratchet handbrake, which is good for, you know. The good thing with this car is that most of the things you have here, you can easily replace them or fix them by yourself. Like your hatchback is just this small part. Your multimedia is just that part, you can remove that old part. It's a simple car, and if you can fix simple things, you can fix this car by yourself on a parking lot on a Sunday. For visibility, all around visibility is pretty good. The A-pillar is pretty skinny, and you have this glass surrounding here to help you see what is there in your blind spot. And that's the front. Let's open the bonnet and see what we have there. And your latch is just on the right-hand side. You press on that and it opens. And you get no gas struts here, just the old, reliable stick. And as I said, this car is simple. So if you're able to fix most things in your house, you can fix this car in your driveway. By just having a little bit of know-how, there's enough space to reach most of the things. Don't let the hybrid system scare you. The engine bit itself, if you forget about the hybrid stuff, everything that's accessible. You have your plugs, your oil, your air filter, and everything else is in easy reach. So it's a very simple car to work on. You'll save fuel because of the hybrid system, and you can save money by getting parts and repairing the car by yourself. As you guys were wondering, why is the hybrid system in this car? The batteries are under the seat here, and your car battery is not under your bonnet. It's behind the driver's seat, under here. That's where you have your car battery, just next to your hybrid system battery. For engines, the options you got were a 1 liter 3-cylinder petrol engine, a 1.3 liter engine, a 1.5 liter engine, and a 1.5 hybrid, shared the price C and the Aqua. For transmissions, hybrids got the CVT, and the non-hybrids either had a 5-speed manual or a 4-speed automatic transmission. In regions like Europe and Australia, the 1.3 and the 1.5 engines were more common as they offered better performance for highway use. The sportier RS trim featured a 1.5 liter engine tuned for slightly higher performance, appealing to a younger crowd and enthusiasts. For fuel economy, here's what owners can expect you can pause to go through. The 2017 Vitz includes dual front airbags, ABS, EBD, and ISOFIX as standard. Higher trims and post-2016 models may include Toyota Safety Sense, which adds pre-collision system, lane departure alert, and automatic high beams.
Japan NCAP crash tests rated the hybrid models with the safety sense at 5 stars, while Euro NCAP rated her at 3 to 5 stars, depending on the spec. So safety-wise, it's good for a small hatchback. Toyota's reputation shines here. However, used car buyers should watch out for hybrid battery degradation. Well, at the time, batteries just stop being batteries, neglecting its CVT fluid, which will just cause rough shifting, worn-out suspension bushings, and air conditioning leaks in older units. Though regular servicing, CVT fluid changes every 40,000 kilometers, and hybrid battery checks can extend the lifespan. Depending on where you are, replacing the battery can cost $800 to $1,000 for a reconditioned battery in Japan. In Kenya or East Africa, it will cost about 80,000 to around 130,000 Kenya shillings for a reconditioned battery. Or you can also go for an OEM new battery that will cost you around $1,500 to about $2,000 depending on where you are. The Vitz is budget friendly, so cost of ownership and depreciation is minimal. Insurance is low, maintenance is affordable because of widely available parts. For fuel, it does very well, especially for hybrids, and depreciation is slower than its rivals. The 2017 Toyota Vitz delivers where it matters: economy, reliability, and ease of use. It may not excite enthusiasts, but it's a solid choice for daily commutes, city errands, and light family use. Go for a hybrid if you want top efficiency numbers, or the 1.3 liter if you want simplicity and low maintenance. But do your homework, get a pre-purchase inspection, especially for the hybrid battery. Check the service records and negotiate wisely. The Toyota Vitz could end up being your pocket-friendly ride, or you go to ride for errands. Comment shopping basket below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with all your cool friends. Until next time, stay safe and happy hunting.
Maybe you don't give vibes to infants.
You're childish.